There's no justification. You start off a push, you wind up a shove, and then you're hitting. At some point, you start to feel bad. Well, me, I felt bad. And then it just be, I'm going to warn you now. And then I just go ahead and do it. The other side is my partner wanted my attention so bad that they would provoke me. They would jump in my face and say, what are you going to do, hit me? What is that? Had they been in a relationship like that before? Had they been somewhere before where that had happened to them? Was that acceptable? Does it not matter how I touch you long as I touch you? What is that? It didn't matter. Because after the pushing and the shoving, after the get off me, they would wrap themselves around me, and I'd be like, I just need some space, just like get off me. And, it didn't matter. And I would push them, shove them. And if I hurt them, physically abused them, saw a mark, saw them crying, then I'd coddle, pamper, hold, cry, I'm sorry, pet them up, feed them, come let me give you a bath. All that mess was wrong. 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 They just wanted to love me, or they just wanted my attention. So my issue at some point, not my issue, my concern was, what would make a person go out of their way, because that's something too. It doesn't make an excuse for the person who's doing the hitting. I was doing the hitting. But what makes the person, the receiver, a person who some people know that they know that this is wrong, but they'll go for it to not have to be alone, to not have any attention. I know a woman who would drink. Now maybe her relationship had everything to do with why she was drinking, but she would drink and she would go home and try to have sex with her mate. And when they didn't want her because she could smell like alcohol, she would take a bath and say, I'll clean up, or take a shower, whatever, go wash up, but still, it's in you. And then if they wouldn't sex her, then she said, oh, you don't love me. You just don't love me. You didn't love me anyway. You never loved, and start some mess. And she would get hit. And, wasn't me. I'm not making this up. And, and after she'd get hit, she'd go to bed crying about how much she loved that person. And then when she talked to me, she would tell me, but they love me. I know they love me. And when she wasn't drinking, or when, you would see them and you would never know. You would never know. There was no bruises. There was no bruises. What does that say for that person? The hitter and the person being hit. What is that? What is that? We are so damaged, We're so broken. We need help as a people, as individuals. We need not make excuses for what we do. I had to stop. I had to stop. I saw a woman who wanted to see me, who wanted to be around me. I just said a woman, didn't I? Yeah, well. And I remember telling her, no, you need to go home. You need to go home. You need to go home. And they came up my steps, climbed up my stoop, climbed up on the banister of the stoop, and I was on the second floor, and they were on there at the window. Touche, touche, let me in. Touche, let me in. I didn't throw them out the window. I'm telling you what they did. They were climbing up the window. Climbing up the window. I remember one of my best friends, Denise, saying, Jack, you can't keep doing this with this girl. And I remember thinking, I'm not doing anything. she won't go away. I remember. I remember her. Somebody was ironing. I think it was Denise. And she hit me, and she hit me, and she hit me to get my attention. She kept hitting me, and I would say, "Go away, go away, stop, just stop." There's something wrong for both of us there. There's something wrong for both of us there. You would hit me for me to hit you, knowing that if I hit you, I'm going to feel bad after I hit you. But you rather I hit you than ignore you. There's something wrong there. So I left. You know, I mean, I couldn't leave my own house, but I said I don't want her. I don't want this. I don't want. And I drove her to a family member's house so she could stay with them as opposed to staying with me. And I took all her stuff there, and I thought I was doing the right thing. I went to see about counseling for myself because I needed to know what was wrong with me, that I could do that. She went to a women's group in Park Slope and got counseling, and they really good people. And she never felt abused. She said she never. But then she started calling me again. I wouldn't have called me. I wouldn't have dealt with me. I wouldn't have wanted anything to do with me. Yeah. Okay, that's one side.